On the show, Tanner and I are diving into NFL Week 8 preview and predictions, diving into the spreads, the over-under, full chat about everything for fantasy football, NFL Week 8, and football in general. Deep dive, open conversation. Buckle up when you're driving. We're talking football, NFL Week 8. This show is brought to you by two amazing sponsors. First and foremost, pristineauction.com. Go sign up, create an account there. It's free to create an account. Use promo code SWAGLINE, guys. SWAGLINE, you're entered to win amazing jerseys. This next couple weeks, we're giving away a Alvin Kamara speed helmet, signed speed helmet, and a Tua jersey signed. Okay, guys? We just gave away an Odell Beckham Jr., Kyler Murray helmet, Justin Herbert jersey. To enter, guys, pristineauction.com. Use promo code SWAGLINE, you're entered. Also, guys, mybookie.ag, head on over there and enhance that game watching experience. Head on over to mybookie.ag, use promo code FFC, and you're all set. And I'm doing some card giveaways if you guys enter for that as well. But mybookie.ag, use promo code FFC, and you are set to enhance that game watching experience. So let's get to the show here. Tanner, what's going on, man?
Hey, good morning, Joe. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, I'm ready to dive into the matchups. We got an exciting one here Thursday night. I'm ready to dive into all of these matchups, man.
Easily could be the game of the week. I don't even know if it is considered the game of the week, but it could be.
Yeah, man. How have you been, by the way? What's new with you?
Hey, nothing's really new, man. Just continuing the grind every single day.
So, guys, to find Tanner, head on over to his page. It's Pfeiffer Football. Can you give us your handle again? We'll link it here below on YouTube as well. What's your handle?
Yeah, my Instagram is at Pfeiffer Football. That's PHIFER Football. All one word. You will find me there. Around 37,000 followers. So you guys can trust me, follow me, join a great community.
And growing. So a lot of breaking news, a lot of great artwork there for what's going on. You do a good job with the news. So,
well, thank you.
Check them out, guys. All right, so let's dive into this. Thursday Night Football is the first matchup. Finally got an exciting one for Thursday Night Football. I'm looking forward to. We got Arizona at home, undefeated, 7-0. Kyler Murray versus 6-1 Aaron Rodgers coming in on the road. And the Packers are 6.5-point underdog, 50 points over under. So expect a high game, a high scoring game. We got a couple people on the vid list. Won't say the name of it, but I think is Lazard on the vid list? And I think
yes, he is. Lazard, Devontae Adams.
Okay, so this is a good Tunyon week, I would think, for fantasy, right? Tunyon's not on the list.
He's not on the list, but anything could happen before tonight.
Yeah,
I expected more. I honestly expected more in the wide receiver room to be put on that list.
Yeah,
but hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
So, but no Adams and no Lazard?
Correct.
That's crazy.
We're without our defensive coordinator, Joe Barry, as well.
Oh my goodness. Once you caught it, it's hard to shake it up. Takes a week or two. So they're going to be shorthanded. So I definitely see why the spread is 6.5. And Arizona's been pretty red hot here, and they're at home. So I definitely see the advantage. Again, I see Robert Tunyon getting some work, and any of those backup wide receivers, Rodgers got to pull it out. They've also got Aaron Jones. They got a decent running game. They should be effective there. And then Arizona, they've been spreading the ball around, from Hopkins to Moore and Green even getting the ball. So it's going to be interesting to see this matchup. It's going to be entertaining. Pull up a seat and get going. It's going to be good.
Interesting stat for you is Hopkins hasn't had a 100-yard receiving game yet this year.
Wow. Again, they're spreading that ball around. He's lost his target share as well.
Absolutely spreading the ball around.
So in regards to this matchup, what is your prediction? Again, I think Arizona is due for a loss. If anyone's going to do it, it's Green Bay. The problem is they're out with they're out their primary weapon, on the offense. And another thing, they're on the road. So how does this play out, you being a Packers fan?
Well, I like to be optimistic since I'm a huge Green Bay Packers fan. I like to think since 2019, without Devontae Adams in the lineup, Green Bay is 6-0 in those games. Okay. So I like that fact, and I want to stick to it. Like you said, Arizona is due for a loss. It's hard to stay undefeated for a whole season. And if anyone could do it, it could be Aaron Rodgers in prime time. Yeah. So I would like to say the Green Bay Packers could pull this off, but their defense is going to have to do really, really good. And I'm not sure if I see that happening.
Yeah, defense is a little questionable. So you think Arizona takes this? Does Green Bay cover the spread?
God, man, it's so hard. I want to say yes, but to be unbiased, freaking A. I'm going to say Arizona takes it.
By more than 6.5.
Green Bay could cover the spread, though, but I just, I know how they are. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be
probably
tough.
Arizona.
Yeah, I see Arizona winning this, but I actually see an upset. I'm gonna go with Green Bay to win this game. I'm
I
going
hope, dude. I hope you're right. Prove me wrong.
But you got to get that Aaron Rodgers. You got to get that winning Aaron Rodgers. And again, you never know with Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Packers to upset here. All right, now moving on to the Sunday games. Now, let's move on to the at-home Bears, who are they're actually 3-4. I'm pretty surprised against a 2-4 49ers. Bears a 4-point underdog at home. That offense looked like a mess last time they played. 39
Of
and a
course
half
it
is the
did.
over under. Low scoring game is what Vegas is assuming. So what are you thinking here? What were you about to say?
I mean, yeah, it's the Bears. People that were drafting Allen Robinson, I'm like, you're way too high on him.
Fantasy,
Now
yeah.
that now he's rumored to be traded, and Patriots might be in on that. Don't start Allen Robinson; he's not doing anything. Chicago offense awful. Matt Nagy, worst head coach in the NFL. I
He's
have the
got to go.
49ers.
It's time to go.
He sucks. It's time. The 49ers. I have taken this one.
Yeah,
They
and
just
the thing is, like, a lot of people thought that, Nagy would come out, do better, build on his last year, but I think Bears fans are aware that he's not that good, but some people have hope that, the organization.
well
I'm not sold on him. I'm
it's the
not.
fact that he said he's not going to change any play calling duties.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you're just asking to lose at this point. So
He's
I
very
don't feel.
stubborn. He's a very stubborn man, and he's got to go.
He reminds me of an Adam Gase. Yes,
He's got to go. That's all I
gotta
got
go.
to say. Hubbard could do well from fantasy. 49ers. I don't have a lot of 49ers stock, but
I
everybody was
don't
like
either.
Ayuk. Everyone's like Ayuk's the one. Ayuk's the one. I'm like, no, Ayuk's not the one. Debo's the one. And this happened years ago when people were saying Pettis was the one. I said, no, Debo. Debo was on my show. I said he was the one. Sure enough, Debo's been the main factor
He's
there.
been tearing it up this year. He's like
Yeah.
performing top 3, top 5 or something like that. So
And the way that
he's
he's
looking really
built,
good.
he's kind of built like a running back. He's strong, he's fast, great
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, he is. And I think there was a comment by Shanahan that said, I need to, like, if he wants to get more catches and playing time and more productivity, he needs to
Yeah,
make the most of what he gets, and he hasn't. So
yeah.
there's something like along those lines.
This one's tough. I'm gonna go 49ers win this one. It could be close. Bears got to do something, man.
I don't like the Bears, but they're relying too much on their defense. They can only be so strong for so long. I'm going to take
Yeah.
the 49ers.
Fair enough. Me too. All right, moving on here to my team. Let's go Colts, guys. Let's go Colts. They're 1-point favorite, believe it or not. 3-4 Colts versus the 5-2 Titans, who the Titans beat the Chiefs, and they did it convincingly. So I'm wondering the thought process here. 50 points is the over-under. 50 and a half is the over-under. I think it's going to be a relatively high-scoring game. What is the thought process here to make the Colts the favorite? I mean, Carson Wentz looked good. Pittman looked good. They played in the rain.
I think that's the only thing.
It's just momentum. I think it's momentum, but Tennessee's got momentum too. And again, you got the whole home field advantage, and also you've got the divisional games. So divisional games tend to be a little tighter. They play each other a little tougher. What I don't see. I mean, Tennessee should theoretically be the favorite based on record and based on them beating the Chiefs. It's weird.
Yeah, I like the Colts. Not a big Wentz guy. I'm gonna go with the Colts because, like I said, I'm not the passing game for the Tennessee Titans is not a threat. The only reason they win games is because they give it to Derrick Henry 25 to 30 plus times.
Yeah.
If Derrick Henry was like any other running back in the league where he only got 15 to 20 carries, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. I mean, like, people are like, what? And I even have Derrick Henry on my fantasy team. He's a number 1 ranked RB right now. But it's just he gets so much usage that he's bound to break off for these big runs. Like, it's just
It's
inevitable.
about a matter of time. Yeah, I think the Colts could take this if they keep playing well, if Carson Wentz stays into that groove. Now, did you see that commercial with Derrick Henry? He posted it on his Instagram.
I saw it on your
Milk one?
story.
Yeah, the milk one. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it yet, go to Derrick Henry's. I always make fun of these guys because, they're doing these modeling stuff. They're half naked, like Christian McCaffrey with pink scarves. It just looks ridiculous. And like, silk robes. And it's like, what are you trying to do here? So Derrick Henry actually had a good commercial. He basically ran through 4 aisles at a grocery store to get milk. So it's a very alpha type commercial. I liked it. I enjoyed that commercial. I've never seen grocery aisles get smashed
It was
up
fun
that
to
way.
watch.
Yeah, the sound effects, everything. I thought it was great. So, and then he gets his milk, and that's the commercial. So, and then he slams down the milk jug. You see that?
Yeah, well, I mean, milk makes your bones stronger, so all that
Apparently,
calcium.
apparently, some documentaries say otherwise, though. Right. So,
Mm.
all right. So let's move on here. So I'm gonna go Colts here. I'm just a little biased here. I'm gonna go Colts. I'm gonna go
I'll
with
say
Vegas
I'll take the Colts.
to win. Yeah. All right, Atlanta, red hot. Like red hot, like you touched a stove. Your hands are gonna burn here. Red hot Atlanta Falcons. Pitts coming off some good weeks here. Matt Ryan in the groove at home versus Carolina, who are ice cold. Sam Darnold, who I'm hearing is supposed to be the starter. They still believe in him. It was just a bad week, apparently. Good matchup for Darnold this week. So this is going to be interesting. 46 to the over under. That could easily be the over on that. I don't think Christian McCaffrey's back yet. Chuba's still there. Cordell Patterson at running back. Great options there for fantasy. What do you think of this matchup?
It's kind of hard because like it's the Falcons, but I think they're figuring out that Pitts is really good.
Red
So
hot Falcons. Red
yeah,
hot.
yeah,
Red
I
hot.
know,
Shh.
I
Just
know.
like you touched a stove.
And the Panthers are ice cold right now. They've
Yeah.
dropped 4 in a row. If they make it 5, I mean, I think that there's Darnold is so much on the hot seat again that this has to be a rebound game. I think it's going to be
Has
a
to.
tight game. Um, that's a tough one, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons to win this just based on me having Matt Ryan and Pitts on my teams, and I believe in
I
them.
do
So
too.
I have to believe in my team. You have to. And now,
I've
if it
got
was
Pitts,
if it was a logo perspective, a Panther could easily eat a Falcon, right? I mean, if they were fighting. So,
but the
um,
Falcons always in the sky.
Falcons in the sky, hard to catch. But I'm gonna go in reality here with the football. I'm gonna go Falcons because they're at home. Vegas says they're gonna win. I believe in Pitts. I believe in Ryan. Although here's the weird thing: in one league, I've got Matt Ryan and Pitts.
Yep.
In another league, I've got Herbert. I went with Herbert at quarterback, so I didn't have to get Matt Ryan in that league. So I'm playing Matt Ryan and Pitts in my other league. So it's a tough situation. So I kind of want Pitts and Matt Ryan to have a good game, but not too good of a game because I'm playing them in my other league, against them in my other league. It's kind of
Wow.
tough. Yeah, weird. Bad week in that situation.
Yeah. No, tell me about it. That's kind of rough.
I hate multiple leagues. That's why sometimes I hate multiple leagues. I like to, in an ideal world, I'd like to be in a huge money league, one league. That's your team for the season. That's it. I don't do a lot of fantasy football year longs because it gets messy like this one.
Yeah. No. I'm kind of in like one main league. I've got one at work too with some buddies, but this is the one I'm like. There's always one league that I prioritize, and that
Yeah.
is the one I've got Pitts in.
Yeah. All right, let's move on here. So I'm going Falcons. You're going what for
I'll
this
take
one?
Falcons.
All right, next matchup here, and Detroit's so rough, man. They're a 3-point dog here at home against the Eagles. Jalen Hurts needs a win here. There was a rumor going around that Jalen Hurts might be benched. Is that true? Is that possible?
Okay, so they traded away Joe Flacco because they wanted Gardner Minshew to go up the depth chart. So now Gardner Minshew is QB2. Joe Flacco is going to start probably not this week, but the next week for the Jets. But I think they're trying to put pressure on Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
So that's what I think.
That makes sense. Makes sense. I think he is talented. I don't know. It's just their offense just can't get it going.
I'm not surprised by that. I knew that they were going to struggle this year. But I think they're going to take this against Detroit.
They have to. They have to. But again, Detroit's due. They're 0-7. They're due for a win. And who else better to beat than a team that has been kind of struggling here than the
Yeah,
Eagles?
I'm still going to take the Eagles.
Me too. I got the Eagles here on the road, 3.5-point favorite. I think they cover that. I think they win by a touchdown here. They got to beat the Lions. You got period.
Well,
You
I
got to
think the Lions are starting like rookie cornerbacks. They have a young secondary, I believe. So Jalen Hurts, pick on them.
All right, let's move on here. Divisional match, AFC East action here. Tua, again, he's kind of been on the hot seat too. There's been all these rumors with Watson. They're
Yeah.
playing. We'll talk about that in a sec. But the Bills are a 13.5-point favorite at home. 49.5 is the
God.
over under. 4-2 Bills, 1-6 Dolphins. Divisional game. I think they'll cover the spread if they play smart. Now, what's going on here? From what I'm hearing, there's rumors that Watson was going to end up on different teams, but apparently he wants to be in Miami. Did you hear anything?
Yes.
What's the story? Do you know
Okay, so
anything?
the Panthers, as of 2 days ago, there were other teams in on Deshaun Watson wanting to trade for him, and the Panthers were confirmed to be one of those. but the Texans were basically like, "You're gonna have to top Miami's offer for Deshaun Watson." And then Deshaun Watson came out and was like, well, reports say he's verbally agrees that the only team I want traded to, the only team I'll waive my no trade clause for is the Miami Dolphins. So that's the only team he'll accept a trade to. So it looks like all other teams are, backing off because it's the Dolphins. That's the only team he wants to play for.
He just wants to go to South Florida. I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to, hopefully before the November 2nd deadline. And the catch is, because the NFL and Roger Goodell came out, yesterday or the day before, saying that they basically have no more information on his allegations and, his legal issues. So if he is traded, he's eligible to play right away this season.
Okay.
He could have been playing this whole time, but he's been holding out because he wants traded.
What about poor Tua? What happens to Tua?
That's a good question. As far as what I understand, the Texans are not interested in having Tua. There was rumors of a 3-way trade, but I just don't see that happening now. So I don't know what they're doing with Tua.
I think Tua's talented. I think he's in a tough situation. But again, maybe Watson comes there and lifts that offense.
Watson's definitely better, but I do believe there's more issues with Miami than just the quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to cover the 13.5. I mean, but once Buffalo gets rolling, look out.
They played a good tight game last week. I forget who they were playing against, but it was like they came back. Tua led a 2-score comeback in the fourth quarter, almost won it and lost by a field goal. So I think Miami could keep it close going off that momentum, but I do have the Bills taking this.
All right, let's move on here. Yeah, Bills win. I think Miami covers. All right, Los Angeles Rams here. This is going to be an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
Not. Houston, interesting to see how big of a blowout it's going to be. 6-1 versus 1-6. 47.5 is the over/under. Rams on the road. Yeah, Matt Stafford should light up this defense, but I'm curious to see the running game here with Houston because they just got rid of Ingram. And David Johnson was getting a lot of that production. So maybe they're like, hey, David Johnson had a decent game. We're going to start running him more. I don't know what they're thinking. Houston's a disaster.
Okay, so I said it like week 1. I like what Houston did with their roster this year, but I don't think that I really like what they did in the offseason considering their situation, but they're not playing them right. The first-time head coach, so he's just trying to figure stuff out, playing with a rookie quarterback, Davis Mills. I mean, definitely the Rams are going to take this.
I heard Tyrod's starting this week, right?
I don't know if he's starting, but I know that he was on track to play. He was activated to practice. I don't know if he's starting.
Tyrod may be starting. Just look that up while I'm talking here. I don't know. Just double check. Expected to start. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I saw things about that, but I hadn't actually read up in depth.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and not that Tyrod Taylor is going to be a saving grace here, but yeah, I mean, any way to move them forward in a positive direction.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all these games, I haven't seen a game where I'm just excited. The Titans and Colts, I'm kind of in for in the Thursday nighter, but other than that, nothing. And so let's go over this one. Obviously, Rams are going to win this one. I don't see it any other way. 14 points, they should cover. They should. I mean, that defense should destroy Houston. I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna destroy them. But without Mark Ingram there in Houston, Brandon Cooks pissed off. And then who's starting? David Johnson, right? So he may be a viable flex. I don't know.
Yeah, I look at him as a solid flex, 10, 15 points max.
Yeah, that's not bad for a flex, right?
Yeah. So Rams win this one. 14 points. That's tough. That's why it makes it so hard with the spreads, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm going to say they're going to beat them by more than 14. I don't know. I'm going to say actually, no, let's go Texans to cover 14. That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points, but I actually see the Rams. They could definitely do it.
All right. This is a game that I actually want to watch. We got Steelers and the Browns. Browns at home, 3.5-point favorite here. 3-3 Steelers, who I think are more in need of a win than the Browns, who are 4-3. 42 points is the over/under. Najee Harris, going to be the Najee Harris show for fantasy and reality. I love Big Ben and Najee, and I like Deontay. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to go Steelers here to win this game outright. They're the dog by 3.5, but they're going to win this game.
I've got the Browns
Really?
I really do. But they are starting Case Keenum, aren't they? Baker's out.
Yes, I think
Ah,
so.
okay,
I know.
that changes.
Is he in? I don't know. I see Baker listed here. I haven't even looked at this matchup, to be honest with
I
you.
haven't either. I haven't checked his status. I think he's out.
I would think that he is out. No, it says he's absolutely could play.
Could. Is he confirmed?
No, it says signs are pointing to that he's going to
That's
start.
all it depends on. If Baker starts, I'm taking the Browns. If Baker's benched, I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm taking
Um,
Steelers either way.
Najee fans, though, beware. I'm just saying it's probably no threat at all, but McFarland, running back for the Steelers, was activated, so he could be mixed in a
Ooh,
little
I'm not.
bit.
I'm not scared at all.
All right. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, good to know for sure, but not a threat.
Not a
Uh,
threat.
Yes. All right. How about this one, man? How about those? I never thought I'd say this. How about those Cincinnati Bengals, 5-2 versus 1-5, and against the Jets? And the Jets, they're not going to be starting Wilson because he got hurt, right? So I got listed here. Who's starting? Is it going to be
Mike
Mike White?
White.
Mike
Unless
White.
Flacco's ready to go. I haven't really read in depth on that situation, but I'm going to assume Mike White's starting to give
That's what I
Flacco
heard. Mike
time.
White.
Yeah, so
Don't know much about him.
he's been in the league several years, 4 or 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Just been a backup, so he's probably learned under some decent QBs.
Trying to make a
But
name for himself.
he could, he definitely could.
But
But I'm definitely taking the Bengals. I'm not surprised at all at what the Bengals are doing. I was pretty high on the Bengals coming into this year. I made a video before the season started on why the Bengals could have an elite offense.
yeah.
And so far they're proven.
Calling for some light rain at that game. I'm not sure if it's a dome there. I don't think the Jets place a dome, but light rain. So I don't know if that's going to affect the pass there with Jamar Chase.
It could, but
Chase is good.
Burrow doesn't strike me as the type to fear anything.
Yeah.
He's a dog, dude. I think he's not gonna hold back on throwing the ball.
No,
But
I'm
Jamar
excited.
freaking Chase killed me last week. I was like set to win. Jamar Chase got the guy like 40 something points. I was like,
Yeah.
freaking A.
So easy one here. I'm going to go Bengals unless Mike White comes out and tears it up, which I
Don't
don't
see
know.
that happening, but
I don't know too much about Mike White.
you never know.
I'll look into him before the game starts, though.
I'm
But
gonna
it's
say Bengals easily take it.
yeah. Next one here, Seattle at home, 3.5-point favorite over Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, 1-5. They're coming off, I believe, a bye week. They think they won the last
They
game.
did. They won and then a bye. They've rested up. They're preparing. All they've been probably focusing on is preparing for Seattle.
Yes, and
Geno
Seattle's
Smith.
not that good. They're 2-5 with Geno Smith. They can't get their offense going. They had that one deep ball to Metcalf last week, and that was pretty much it.
That was all Metcalf.
Yeah.
So, what were they before Russ got hurt? Were they like 1-4 or 1-3 or something?
I didn't even look at. I don't remember. That.
So,
Yeah.
Geno started like 2 weeks in a row now. I think he's 1-1. I'm definitely gonna give it to Jacksonville because they've had that extra week to prepare for this game. Coming off their first win, they're excited, they're hungry,
Momentum, young,
and I really
hungry.
like Lawrence. I hope he does well in his career.
Me too.
I'm gonna take the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think they cover the spread, but
I do too.
with the veteran coaching of Carroll, at home, you've got the 12th man or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The noise, is Trevor going to be able to handle that? I think Seattle could win this based on experience, but I'm going to go with Jacksonville to cover.
Yeah, this is gonna be my upset for the week, even though it's probably not an upset, but I'll take the Jags.
I like the over here. It's only 43 points. The over. Over under. I like the over on 43.
Really?
Yeah, I think this goes over. I think they can combine score over 43 points. I don't see that being hard, but it could be a low scoring affair as well.
3 touchdowns each.
Yeah.
Just about. So, okay, yeah, I could see that happening.
All right, next matchup. Here's my blowout of the week. I think the Chargers blow out the New England Patriots. They're at home, 4.5, coming off a bad game. Last time before the bye week, Herbert didn't have the greatest game. They're pissed. They're back. They're focused. They're at home. It's Herbert. It's go time. I think they could destroy New England. I'm all over 4.5 here. I think they're going to win by multiple touchdowns here. Am I wrong?
I want him to because I'm not a Patriots guy, and I got Herbert on my fantasy.
Me too. Some people say it's biased. No, the talent is there. The opportunity is there.
It's definitely there. Their defense did not look good that last game. Their defense got embarrassed. So yeah, they're probably going to come out and like on fire, be electric.
Yeah.
But New England just well coached all around. Mac Jones looking pretty decent.
Yeah.
He's a winner. Got that winning mentality. I think it's going to be a closer game than people expect.
Okay, we'll see. I'm gonna go Chargers here to
I
win
take
by
Chargers
10
too,
at
but
least.
Patriots could cover that.
All right, next matchup here: Saints versus the Bucks. This is Sunday, 4:25 Eastern. Bucks at home, 5-point underdog. I mean, Patriots, Brady. Well, you saw last game. I had the guy on my show. If you haven't checked it out, go back and check it. I had Byron Kennedy, the fan that got the ball from
Yeah, it's such a good
Edmonton.
video, man. I watched that whole thing, literally, like all 17 minutes of it, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, it
I
was a good
sat through the whole
interview.
thing.
Good guy. I mean, he gave that ball back, got a Bitcoin, which is good. He got a bunch of other stuff, signed jerseys, helmets, season tickets for this year and the next year. So good game. A lot of entertainment around that last game with Brady getting that 600th touchdown. This one, again, momentum, 6-1 versus 4-2. I'm not sold on Winston still.
I'm not
Uh,
either.
Tampa Bay takes this game. 5 points. I kind of see it being in and around there. 50 points over under. I see that being an over. Could be a high scoring affair. I think Gronkowski's coming back. He's questionable. What do
Yeah,
you
from
think?
what
Do you think he's
I
playing?
think he's should be set.
Hmm.
I know he's coming back from injury. He missed 4 games, so he's due to come back soon. Um, I'm so used to Tampa Bay being such a bad team, but Brady's there. Brady's playing like a number one QB. He really is, and he's
Yeah,
44 years old. Tampa
that's
Bay has a
wild.
great defense. Uh, I'm taking Tampa Bay all the way in this one.
Fair enough. I'm going to go with Buccaneers as well. Broncos and the football team, 2-5.
Huh.
Washington, 3-4. Broncos, Bridgewater, Heineke, go time. Broncos at home, 3-point favorite. Not excited about this game.
No,
Probably won't be watching this game, but I'm going to have to go with Broncos at home. I'm going to take the edge there. What do you think?
I'm taking the Broncos.
I agree.
Washington kind of started
Mm.
getting decent pressure from that superstar defensive line that they're supposed to have. They started getting pressure on Rodgers, so that did look good. That was a very positive note for them.
Yep.
But their offense is going to struggle.
Yep.
So against this pretty good Broncos defense, I'm taking the Broncos.
I agree. All right. 44 is the over under on that. And then we've got our Sunday nighter, 8:20. We got the away Cowboys against the home Vikings.
It's going to
Cowboys,
be a good game.
1.5 point favorite are the Cowboys. 54.5 is the over under. Cousins, Prescott. Oh man. 5-1 Cowboys, 3-3. Vikings at home. Desperate Vikings team, by the way. I don't know, man. I got to go with the Cowboys here, even though they're on the road. But if Cook gets a good game going, Cousins gets a good game going, I got Thielen in my fantasy teams. I'm going to be rooting for Thielen to get a few touchdowns. It's going to be a good offensive matchup. That's why I see the 54.5. These guys could put up points.
So the more, and I'm an NFC North guy. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, so I don't like the Vikings or any other NFC North team.
Yeah.
But I like Kirk Cousins. The more I watch that guy play, the more I'm like, he's decent, he gets a lot of hate, but he's like a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
He makes the tough throws. He can get it done with his legs. He's got a winning mentality. And he can score points. I think that I just see it being a high scoring game. And I have Minnesota taking this one. That's going to be my upset of the week. It's Minnesota taking this win.
Fair enough. I got the Cowboys. And finally, the Monday nighter. Is Saquon coming back? We got the Chiefs pissed off at home, 9.5 point favorite against the Giants, 9.5 point dog, 52 over under Monday Night Football. Is Saquon coming back? Do you know? I don't think so.
I don't know. I haven't read up on his availability and status.
Yeah, a lot of people ask. I haven't heard anything about it yet.
From what I understand, Tony could be on track to play. And he's been like, when he's on the field these last few weeks, when he's on the field, he's like, he's raking. But I think Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, and there's one more guy I think is like questionable still, or doubtful.
Tony Golladay Shepard.
Yeah. So 2 of those guys are still like doubtful to play. And there's rumors going around about Evan Ingram. They're receiving offers of tight end Evan Ingram. So they're either going to not play him this week to keep him healthy, or they're going to try to raise his stock value in letting him get a lot of production. So
yeah, must-win situation here for the Chiefs, who are sitting 3-4. Must-win situation for the Giants, who are 2-5. Giants a little more desperate. They need that win, but it's gonna be very hard to beat the Chiefs at home, who are angry.
I'm taking the Chiefs. You know, it's Patrick Mahomes. Been doing this for several years now. I'm taking the Chiefs to win it all the way, but if they do get upset by the Giants,
Man, that'd be
I don't
bad.
know what they're gonna do, but something's gonna change
Yeah.
because that's a bad team.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. The full preview for you guys. Injuries. We're talking NFL Week 8 injuries, NFL fantasy football, everything here for you guys. Tanner, man, are you excited? We're Week 8. Can you believe Week 8?
It's going so fast. Like you wouldn't think that. It feels so freaking long for an NFL season just to come around, and then it's over just like that.
Just like that.
I enjoy it while it's here, guys. Seriously, soak it up. Watch all the football you can. Just enjoy it and have fun. Don't get too into it. Just have fun.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you. Make sure you guys subscribe, thumbs up, follow Tanner below, and we'll talk soon, guys. Enjoy Week 8.
Yeah. See ya.